Web mining. Let me give an introduction to data mining. Data mining is the exploration and analysis of large data sets in order to discover meaningful patterns and rules. Before data mining, we only had data processing, and we were able to perform operations like store, retrieve, update and delete, and we were not able to perform any kind of analysis on these data. So we have now moved on to data mining. Now data mining is, as I already said, is the analysis of large data sets, and we are retrieving patterns from the data sets. So the data mining is performed in all areas where we have data. The only difference between the data mining and data processing is that for data processing we store information in database, and for data mining we have to store information in a data warehouse. Do you know what is a warehouse? A warehouse is a repository of information. Warehousing is the process of integrating enterprise-wide corporation data into a single repository from which end users can perform any sort of activities like running queries, making reports and performing analysis. And once we are warehousing the data, we have to perform analysis on this data. This analysis can be performed using readily available tools like slicing, dicing and drilling. And for performing data mining, we have a quite lot of techniques like clustering, classification, discovery of association rules, frequent episodes, deviation detection, neural networks and rough sets. Do you know what is semantic web mining then? It is the combination of the two areas, semantic web and web mining. Semantic web is nothing new. It is the extension of the current web in which information is given well-defined meaning. The metadata information available in the semantic web will help for the retrieval of relevant information. And when we go to web mining, we are performing analysis on the data which is available on the web. But currently we have a lot of problems in the web. The main problem is the overload of information. As Google announced, there are more than 1 trillion unique URLs, and out of these URLs, getting the most relevant information for our query is a difficult task, because there are many keywords with multiple semantics which return ambiguous results when you are searching with those multiple semantic keywords. For instance, the word panther means an animal, a sports accessory or a movie. So what happens is, when you search for information regarding the word panther, it will retrieve all the information and not exactly what you want. So what we are doing is, we are moving on to the semantic web. So the semantic web will help you retrieve the meaningful information from the web. So that is what I have mentioned, semantic web mining. Performing analysis on the data available on the web in a semantic form, that is a meaningful form. So we combine both areas, the semantic web and web mining, to have the new area, semantic web mining. Let me say what are all the areas of semantic web mining. There are 3 areas of semantic web mining: the semantic web content mining, structure mining and the usage mining. The semantic web content mining retrieves information from the web page contents, and the structure mining retrieves information from the hyperlink structures, and the usage mining retrieves information from the user clicks, that is the usage data. Now let me say what are all the various semantic web technologies available. There are 4 important technologies of semantic web. One is metadata, which is nothing but the data about data. The next one is ontology, which is an explicit and a formal specification of a conceptual model. And logic, this studies the principles of reasoning. And the last one is the agents. And agents are the pieces of software that work autonomously. Agents make use of all the other techniques like metadata, ontology and logic. Let me say what is ontology. Ontology is the very popularly used, quite commonly used semantic web technology, and this ontology is, as I said, is a explicit and formal specification of a conceptual model, and this has 4 components: concepts, relations, instances, and axioms. Concepts are nothing but entities. For example, we can say that student is a concept within the domain of education. Relation represents the interaction between the concept's properties. For example, students are evaluated by exams. This are evaluated by represents the relation. Instances are nothing but the things represented by a concept, by the concept. For example, Malala is an instance of the concept student, and axioms are the constraints which we are using for testing certain conditions. For example, students securing less than 40% of marks should reappear. And for constructing these ontologies, we have got a quite lot number of ontology languages like XML, RDF, RDFS, and OWL. XML stands for Extensible Markup Language, RDF stands for Resource Description Framework, and OWL is Web Ontology Language. With these ontology languages, we can construct ontologies and we can perform semantic web mining. Thank you.